Now I'm going to take you in what's called the Dog Hotel. So we've got the park out back, and then this area is the hotel. This is where the dogs spend the night. It's a little warmer, they're a little safer in their individual kennels. We have bigger kennels and smaller kennels. The bigger kennels like this one, nobody in there. And then they have smaller kennels in here. Inside this area are smaller individual kennels where each dog gets its own space to spend the night, and that way it can sleep a little bit more comfortably than being outside in the open in the evening. Each dog has its idiosyncrasy, and I have to learn each of them. Some of them, and when I say that, I mean in order to get them back on the leash after they've been out in the play area. You know, no dog wants to go back into the play area. So usually some like water, and I can trick them into getting on the leash when they're at the water. Some of them I can sneak over into the corner and get them there. But each one requires a different trick, and you have to learn that during their stay here. One of the interesting things about this resort and park is that it used to be a restaurant. So there's all kinds of odd spaces that you wouldn't think to keep the dogs, but these are the former bathrooms of the restaurant. It was probably the fanciest restaurant in town at the time, and now there are no fancy restaurants in town. So it's a traditional Mexican town. In fact, the only white people in town are those of us working at the resort here. That's good and that's bad. I mean, it's good in the sense that I really get to see a traditional Mexican town. Bad in the sense that, like most Mexican towns, the only street food or any restaurant food consists of basically tortillas and some kind of meat, or should I say some variation on a tortilla and meat. So I do have to get into town in Guadalajara if I want to get something a little bit more exotic than that. And Guadalajara is pretty close, 30 to 45 minutes away by car, and Ubers are super cheap here. To get to town probably cost me about $12, and that's for a 45-minute ride to town. But it's worth it when I want some good food, some vegetables and stuff.